Hey, fam.
Oh, wow, that was the same tone. I love that.
You did well.
Hey,
Welcome back.
guys.
Welcome back to our potty,
Yes,
Everyday
welcome.
People potty.
Yeah.
Great to have you here. We're in March as
Gee, that's
middle March.
crazy.
Like, what the heck?
Literally, what the heck?
I keep um yeah, I keep getting like surprised by how fast the days are going.
So fast.
But
We
we're
forgot what day it was today.
yeah, actually all week. I think I was telling you this morning.
Yeah, you lost
Like,
track. You're like, wait, what day is it today? And I was
oh
like,
yeah.
it's Thursday today.
Yeah, and
Mm,
and I thought it was Thursday on Tuesday. Now I'm thinking
yeah.
it's Tuesday. Like it's oh man, they're just, the days are full but
Mm,
exciting and um impactful.
yes, yeah.
Today we wanted to talk about progress over perfection.
Oh, yeah. Bring it.
How easy it is for us. Like we definitely want to go for excellence,
Mm,
like and do your best. But I think we've got to be careful. Well, no, I know we've got to be careful about this perfection mindset, not doing anything until it's perfect.
yeah.
Because if that was the case, we wouldn't be here, number one.
100%.
We wouldn't be doing
Yeah.
our event. We wouldn't even things for the event. That the event is
Which is, oh my God, it's so exciting.
I know.
I can't believe it's finally here for this event as well. So,
Exactly. Yes. So um it's been huge in the planning,
mm,
but we've had to also um when we've gotten overwhelmed, strip
mm,
it back and go, hang on a minute, strip it back. And then as you strip back, we tend to achieve more.
mm. I guess the whole slow is fast again,
Mm.
and also taking that pressure off that things aren't always going to look the way that so that fixed mindset, hey.
100%.
But yeah, like just looking at things and accepting things for what they are, because things can always get better. So I
Like,
guess that's the whole process of life, is just navigate it. If it's not as how you wanted it, maybe, that's also an opportunity for you to sort of build on that and learn how to obviously do that better.
yeah,
Or
yeah. And one example we were just talking about before
mm,
was how some of you may or may not know, I've released a journal and it's
do you have it?
oh with me, no.
Okay.
It's currently getting put together, like as in
Yeah.
bound,
Mm,
and I'm very excited. But after the fact, I realized that so I got them printed,
mm,
and look, in all fairness, I actually thought I'd proofread. Clearly, I miss things,
mm.
and there are a couple of either spelling mistakes or incorrect words right in there. And I had a choice to go to panic that
Yeah.
they're not
Yeah.
right, like they're
Mm,
not perfect.
mm,
Or I could choose to be okay with letting them go as
mm.
is, um, and not allow it to derail me. I think thankfully I'd heard a few other experiences in the past where people have purposely left errors
Mm,
in manuals, books, whatever.
yeah.
And that I think gave me confidence. And I think it was like, you know what? What it shows me, but also shows others without even realizing it,
Mm,
is take some form of action.
yeah.
You can figure it out later.
Yeah.
Like I can fix that next run.
Mm,
If I want to perfect it, which I will, I am partly in two minds as to leaving like one or two little errors.
mm,
Um, but at the same time, I do want to fix some of it. So, but again, it's that whole imperfect action. Because in the past, I would have very much panicked.
yeah.
Um, had I found that out, I would have panicked. I would have pulled them. I would have had a
You really would have beat yourself up. You would have been so hard on yourself about it, and you would have really shut down, like, mentally, emotionally,
Yeah.
like,
I wouldn't have, and then it wouldn't have gone out. Like
yeah.
it just wouldn't have gone out.
Mm,
Even with issues when I initially launched it, I had a few issues with like, because you click on a link, and again I could have had a panic attack. I was like, you know what, I'll figure it out. Like it'll be okay.
mm,
But I know I would have had a meltdown in the past.
mm,
So it's been a great reflection to see the journey that I've and how far I've come in that regards. Even, with the event, with anything we're doing,
mm,
um, we're giving it a go. And
yeah.
you know what? That's important.
And honestly, like, there would have been times where we would have doubted, right? Naturally, we would
Oh,
have doubted our abilities, um, our confidence, like
yeah.
all the things, and
Yeah.
like, oh my God, like being qualified in that. And I call bull S,
Mm-hmm.
seriously,
100%.
because those are lies, and
Mm,
it really can stop us from actually progressing forward if we listen to the doubts in our head to be like, no, that you can't do that.
100%. And I actually had a conversation with a friend today who is about to take a big step, and do a soft launch in a business. She's trialing something, right? And she gets the opportunity to soft launch it, to just test it. I don't 100% know what that looks like, but I just know she's doing that, and I know she's nervous. And I said, you know, she just wants to give it a go. And I said,
Mm,
you're better off giving it a go
yeah.
and learning, okay, that didn't work, or this didn't
Mm,
work. It's not a mistake, it's not a failure.
yeah.
You can't say what if, you've given it a go.
Yeah.
And it's the best thing you can do. You can give it a go and then work out, okay, that didn't work, but I could do this, and retweak it. So
Mm,
it's you're better to take action and fix it up along the way
yeah.
than not do it at all and
They're
think,
not
what
doing it
if?
all. And yeah, exactly.
Like I highly commended her, and I just congratulated her, and just was like so proud of her for actually taking bold action,
Mm,
and boldly stepping out to doing the things that
scare her.
scare her.
Mm,
100%. And
yeah.
I mean, we could say the same.
We're in both minds too. Like, we already know that there is a desire, a deep desire to want more.
Yeah.
But then there's also the other part that retracts, that goes, no, be safe.
Mm,
Don't do that. So we do have it in us, and some of us just don't want to admit it.
yeah, well,
Mm,
100%. And I
yeah.
think it's courageous to take action and figure it out. To take action and not do it perfectly.
Mm,
I think that's hugely important. And even with the things that we want to do and create, like it's
mm,
evolved as we've gone along, and
yeah.
even our hearts with um the events we want to do and we want to continue to build on.
Yeah.
And
And
even with the
with
podcast, like
us
I think it
stepping
will.
out, it's really expanded our capacity to dream more, to
Oh my
do
goodness,
more.
yes. Oh wow.
But to also, like, it encourages us to show up more.
100%.
And we look at how we first started, and now we want more. Like, I can easily say we started out walking, and now we're jogging
Yeah.
in sections of our walk. Like, that's insane. I was just like, this is crazy. Like, my body wants more, so it's like, it's done with the walk. Like, we were thinking, oh, we're walking at a slow pace, and we realized,
Yeah,
no, we
we actually
actually
weren't.
have, our body's starting to get used to that sort of movement and the momentum, that it's like, okay, that you need to level up. So not only does our bodies require us to step up, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
in
100%.
that area, it's
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, like, in every aspect,
Yeah.
like, we're continuously evolving.
And we we know we were observing that as we went along as well, like, as
Mm.
far as the body, like you noticed it, but you weren't feeling like you weren't
As
sweating
puffed
as much,
out,
as puffed out
yeah.
enough. And it's like, huh. And yeah, again, a couple of times I actually thought the same, where we were walking slower, and I thought,
Mm.
gee, that's slow. But yet I looked and I'm like,
No,
no.
we're actually, and I actually
And
remember the first time we started walking, dude, and it was a casual walk. And I'm glad that I started that way because it was scary. Like starting again in my mind was like, oh my gosh, I'm doing it again. But then also I was like, if I push myself too hard, I'm gonna want to give up.
well, funny you should say that, because I'm currently reading a book, and it's called The Vagus Nerve Reset.
Actually,
I cannot remember the author. It's over there, but that's okay. Look it up. It is worth a read.
Mm,
Why is it worth a read? Because it talks to, it teaches you about your body.
mm,
And why I want to add that in is because literally what I read today, and it's something that I've done for years, and it talks about slowly building in and slowly integrating, slowly doing the, don't jump in and go
mm,
like, okay, yes, this year we literally jumped in and went, okay, we're going to be consistent
mm.
and we want to do it
But we
every day.
still did it at
But
a pace that wasn't
I
scary.
was going to say that the backstory to that is there's a buildup of, like, the groundwork started, I know for me,
Mm,
years ago, number
mm,
one, where I set minimums,
mm,
and then I showed up for myself, and then I,
mm,
built that thing. And same with you. There, I very much can guarantee that you will look back and go, okay, this is where I started this journey of building a consistency.
building a
And
muscle.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay, but consistency, that was the other thing it spoke about, was when we think about consistency, we think it's every day.
Yeah.
No, it's about being consistent with whatever it is on a regular basis. That could be once a week,
Mm,
that could be twice a week, that could be, but you're regularly,
mm,
it's not a do it today and 3 years later. That's not
yeah.
consistent,
Yeah.
but consistent in,
Like a
and
rhythm.
yeah,
Mm,
there's a rhythm and a routine
like
about
a
it.
pattern. Yeah.
And you and I have definitely built up a rhythm of a morning routine, and to the point where at the beginning I was looking forward to pulling back with some of it,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
now I'm like, why would I?
Mm,
Okay,
that's
there will be
interesting. Mm,
flexibility within that, and
100%.
like, but
I also
it's
love what you said
changed.
when you said change your like perspective on it. So obviously sometimes it can feel like a chore, right?
Yeah, 100%. Oh yeah,
But
that's what it goes
it's
on
like
to.
I have the privilege to move my body. I choose to move my body. And that really changed it for me as well. And especially it starts your day so well. So I honestly, that's when I knew the morning will be a thing because it sets me right in the morning. Do I want to get up every morning? No. Do I want to sleep in? Of course I do, because my body's still fighting that. But I know the why. I know that in the end, it's going to be all worth it. And that's what keeps us consistent
And
because
yeah,
we know the end goal. And
yeah,
we have actually seen the growth every step we've taken to show up. So
yeah, and
yeah.
even in on the tough days,
Mm,
there's been some form of win,
mm,
whether it be you've simply purely shown up for yourself,
mm,
um, and you've taken, and I think too, the other thing with that whole consistency, i yes, we are showing up for ourselves every day, but
and it's not perfect.
it's not perfect, no, but also, and today was a great example. I would say we're kind of been, going, we've been upping it a bit and doing a bit more and kind of upping the ante
Yeah.
and going that bit harder, mm, for a few days. And today, when we woke up and we did the thing, and when it came to our walk, we still, that didn't change. That
Mm,
actually looked the same, which was quite interesting.
mm,
Um, but our gym looked different.
mm,
Initially I was going into, oh, let's do weights, let's do this. And then by the time we were walking, it was like, actually, we need, well, you
Mm,
know, um, I need to stretch. I need to
mm.
stretch my body and I need to cool it
And
down
that's
and
the
do
beauty
the
of what
things.
like gym looks like, because we don't always go in for a pump. Sometimes our body needs to rest, needs to stretch, needs to relax in that way. And so we listen to our bodies and we literally just stretched, and it just felt great. Like
Mm. Yeah,
after the
and
fact, it was good.
100%. And I think again, that's what that book is trying to teach. It's trying to teach to listen to your body. You there are times where you might need to push or show
Mm,
up or go that extra mile
yeah.
from I need to do the thing,
Mm,
but you have to be mindful. And I think we had to be mindful of all the factors of, okay, we've had big days. Okay, I get how I feel. I still want to show up to the gym, but
mm,
I don't necessarily need to do a workout of weights at 110%. I can show up and stretch my body, give it the
mm,
care and love that it needs.
yeah.
That's still a workout.
Yeah.
And go on the bike and just wind down and,
Mm,
do the thing. And you still, you, you're building that self-trust. You're building that, even your body is thanking you because it's like,
yeah.
yeah, like, oh, from when we started the walk, I was foggy.
Oh, I was so foggy. I was like, major regrets, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly, because I was like, what did I do? I regret this. And I didn't feel like, I felt good after the walk, but it still felt like absolute trash. And it did feel like absolute trash for at least 2 weeks before I started feeling a bit better. So I really had to my body was navigating that. My body was like, no, don't do this, sleep in. So I was still battling with that. And then yeah, it's just now a thing that it's a habit where we see in the morning.
Mm.
See in the morning.
I mean, I think it's always been the habit of seeing you in the morning,
Mm,
but the difference is how like, irrespective of how we felt, we were like, see you in the morning. And when in the morning comes, you're like, oh, that's okay, I'm still showing up. Like, if I have to slow down like if I have to slow down getting ready just to be there,
mm.
that's what I'll do.
We're also seeing the importance of how much our body, how it needs to
Yeah.
move.
Yeah. Movement plays a huge key in so many different things,
Mm,
from our mental, physical, and even spiritual
yeah.
health, illnesses, how we go about our day. Like, we really set ourselves up well of a morning, the way that, like, our bit of our routine and practice. Um, there was something I was going to say in regards to, like, I remember, there's a couple of weeks or days there where we'd gotten into, we were doing boxing, we were doing weights, we were doing
Mm.
heaps of things.
And that was just us navigating too. So
100%.
yeah.
But I also got to a point where, again, I had to listen to our body, where it's like, today I can't do that. And
Yeah.
I don't think I could do the gym, as in
Mm,
weights and stuff. I think it was a good 2 weeks.
yes, I remember that.
It was like
But I feel like that was a pause for you to be like, okay,
100% was.
your body's probably feeling some type of way. Let's slow it down.
Yep.
What's happening here?
Yep.
And you just had to unpack that and navigate that each day. But there was wisdom in that to be like,
Yeah.
okay, you know what? Probably no, probably not pumping the weights today, and
And,
that's okay.
no,
Yeah.
and you know what? My body thanked me for it,
Mm,
effectively every day, even though it didn't notice it. But then it was craving,
mm,
like I literally went from one day to like, no, I can't, like, no, you need to stretch again, or you need to just ride the bike or
yeah,
whatever, to the next day. It was like, you know what? I'm ready
I'm
for
ready.
weights.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
yeah.
ready for whatever it is. And it's amazing when we actually take the time to listen to it, because we put our bodies through so much
Yes.
heartache, so much stress, so much.
Stress.
The stress is a killer, man. Like,
Mm,
it does not serve you. And so it's important that we actually give it love by moving it, by keeping it well hydrated, by nourishing it. Obviously, sleep Oh my God, sleep is massive.
Mm,
And those things, and again, imperfect. Some weeks you're gonna nail your sleeping,
yeah,
your water, your whatever. And other weeks it's
you're
gonna
not.
look different and
Mm,
it's not.
and that's
okay.
okay.
Thanks, man.
Like I started taking supplements now. So I'm taking a multivitamin. But see, this morning I woke up and I was about to take my vitamin, like, do my thing before I start work. And I realized if I take a multivitamin, I was like, I'm not getting a lot of the dose of like each vitamin that's in one. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like, say there's a bit of iron in there and there's a bit of this. But if I just took one iron tablet, one this tablet, it's like there's a lot more in that from that aspect. And then obviously I went on videos to watch, and there was a girl that was talking about it, and she was like, oh, and I was like, and in my head I was like, man, I did beat myself up, because I was like, you missed the whole point. I started beating myself up going, man, I should have, looked into a bit more. But then I then paused and was like, actually, no, I started.
Yeah.
That was the win. I
Uh,
actually started to look into my health more, and okay, how can I fuel my body more?
Yeah.
Can
And
I, besides the diet,
sorry.
can I add some, vitamins in there? And so that's kind of where that journey started. But I was like, you know what? Doesn't have to look perfect.
No,
That's
but
fine.
the other thing is, like, I think if you excuse me, you go into it fully, like, okay, say you did do that, you would have 5 billion
I
pills.
know, because I
would
was
you
watching the
do
video
with
and I was
packet?
like,
Like,
realistically.
let's be real.
So I said, okay, look, I'll reassess that, because there's like 5 that I'm interested in taking on the daily, as in terms of vitamins that I want to trial, because I want to know how my body's going to feel
100%.
incorporating those. But I'm like, Ori, it's already a win that you take a vitamin.
Exactly.
And I'm like, so I was like, even though it smells terrible, and I have it with yogurt because it's just lines my stomach a lot better, and it goes down smoothly without me wanting to vomit. So that's the downside of it, but the benefits that it gives is what I focus on. So that's definitely something that I'm like, no, you need this. And then the magnesium that
Yes,
you've suggested.
yes,
So
added.
I have 2 pills that I take daily, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to stick with that. I've still got, like, it's 2 months supply worth, the multivitamin. So I'll stick with that, and then I'll see.
It's imperfect. It's imperfect.
Yeah.
Like, and I think the fact that you started, that's what we're going to look at.
Yeah.
How easy you could have beaten yourself up, but you recognized that, hang on a minute. Yes, I can go down a rabbit hole of that, but
and it was like, honestly, this girl's like, so this is the supplements I take every day. I take this. And I was just like reading the list, and it was going down. I was like, brain fry, change the video. And then I was like, get out of the video for starters.
Yeah.
Get out of your head with that, and just look at the win. Look at what you've done. Look at what you started. Give yourself some praise for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, just to wrap it up, like, what would you say is a takeaway in regards to progress over perfection?
Whatever it is that you're wanting to do, just do it.
Just give it a go.
Doesn't matter what it looks like. Don't focus on what anyone else is going to think or say about it. They're not living your life, walking in your shoes.
Correct.
You have to make those decisions for yourself, and you'll still be in the same spot unless you actually decide to take a step.
Yeah, take some action, and just be willing to take action and reassess. And I think the other biggest thing too is celebrate. Like, take the action. So pick something, do the thing, make the steps, revisit it, tweak it, but also acknowledge and celebrate.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying chuck a party. You can celebrate.
Or chuck a party.
I mean, all chuck a party. But like, celebrating is just like acknowledging that you've done it.
Yeah.
And it could be like, you know what, if it is with your, let's say it's exercise. If I do 7 days, I will reward myself with a coffee.
And let's normalize celebrating things like we don't have to celebrate with anyone else. Like, and that's
Yeah.
hard for me because I love to celebrate with others, but I've had to learn to be content with sometimes celebrating in my own way, like just me. And that's special. That's also building a relationship with myself in terms of like,
100%.
you know, actually the acknowledgement of like an achievement that you've made. So that's just another little thing in there.
Definitely, I
Mm.
think that's exactly right. We've
Yeah.
got to change our view and perception
Mm.
of what celebrating looks like. Because for me, again, it was at the beginning, it was like, oh, you got to chuck a party. What does that look like? I got to treat myself with a gift.
Yeah.
I got to, no, actually, I mean, you could, right? But it's just, it's acknowledging rather than beating yourself up. It's like, good on you, man. You did the thing.
Mm.
Like, oh my God, I just did that. And just, even if you have to say it a few times,
Yeah.
it's just, again, it's reinforcing
Yeah.
doing the thing.
Yeah.
So you'll keep doing the thing.
Yes.
So we hope you've taken some tips and value
Yeah.
from
What we've
this
spoken about
today.
yeah.
Progress and
Yeah.
over perfection, or another way is imperfect action
Yeah.
over no action.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you aren't already, please follow us on all the socials. We're on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, if you're curious, definitely come
yeah.
along the journey
Yeah.
because that's what we're all about. We're all about unpacking so many different things in life, and we're always more than happy to share our personal experiences and what we're currently journeying as we just continue to walk this life of crazy, chaotic things.
and life. Yeah. So yeah, have an awesome fortnight,
Yes.
and we look forward to seeing you again.
Bye.